Every journey begins before we know we have taken the first step. This opening lecture invites us to notice that step, to see why Hegel believed philosophy must begin not with doctrines, but with the movement of consciousness itself. The Phenomenology of Spirit is a strange book. It does not behave like a philosophical treatise. It unfolds like a long, difficult pilgrimage in which consciousness discovers that the world it thought it knew is not the world it actually inhabits. Hegel begins with the most immediate form of knowing, the naive certainty that what we see is simply what is. And from this beginning he traces the slow, often painful education of consciousness. He warns us that truth cannot be grasped in isolation. The true is the whole, he writes, meaning that truth is the movement of spirit coming to know itself. This is why Hegel refuses to begin with a system. A system presupposes a standpoint, and consciousness does not begin at the end. It begins in confusion, in immediacy, in the belief that the world is simply there. The book opens with sense certainty, the belief that truth lies in the immediacy of this, here, and now. But immediacy collapses the moment we try to speak it. This applies to anything. Now slips away as soon as it is named. Hegel does not push consciousness forward. Consciousness moves because it cannot remain where it is. Each shape contains a contradiction that forces it into a new one. This is immanent critique, the engine of the entire book. Hegel writes, "The bud disappears when the blossom breaks through." Each stage is necessary, each is overcome, and none can be understood apart from the whole. The journey from sense certainty to absolute knowing is a spiral. Consciousness repeatedly loses and regains itself, discovering that truth is not outside it, but inseparable from its own activity. Hegel writes a book like this because philosophy cannot begin with answers. It must begin with the experience of not knowing. The phenomenology is the education of the philosopher, the path by which consciousness becomes capable of philosophy. In undergoing this book, consciousness discovers that the truth it sought outside itself was always the truth of its own becoming.